morning or afternoon or evening. Hope we're all well. How is everybody doing? Every now and then, when taking care of a patient, something can go wrong. And that's another conversation another day about, why things go wrong and how things go wrong and potential ways that we need to look at that from a mistakes point of view. But for the purpose of this conversation, I want to talk about the fact that there's now a framework called duty of candor, where in the context of something going wrong, the trust or the doctor or the team will speak to the patient, whoever's been involved in the situation, and just, this is what's happened. If a corporate apology or personal apology is warranted, it's given. I can think of a situation where somebody had come to the ward from somewhere else and there'd been a prescribing error. If I remember rightly, I think the gentleman had an extra dose of something. Now it was still within the safety of maximum dose within 24 hours, but it was more than he should have been given. So I had to go to him and say, I'm really sorry, sir, this has happened. We're sorry. We're sorry about the error. And I think most people are satisfied with an acknowledgement of a problem and an apology where it's warranted. Don't get me wrong, there are extreme cases where it's not as simple as all that. I was thinking about the concept of like something happening and having to take it back. Or apologize for it. I was thinking about the people talk about tabloid papers, so they might print a headline, blah 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 has done blah blah blah, big letters on the front page, and then when it's proven not to be true, the retraction is small letters on the back page, just because, I don't know, people don't want to lose face or whatever, and I don't want to be one of those guys. So on the previous video, I said sin is as a result of trauma, and I was challenged on it. I had an exchange with somebody in the comment section of YouTube, and I'm trusting you, eagle-eyed and whale-eared. I don't know what animal has very good at hearing, but whale song you can hear for miles, so whale-eared, let's go with that. Listeners, subscribers, viewers, to keep me on point, to keep me honest, so I appreciate it. And I thought about it, and I've gone away and I've thought about what I was trying to say, and I've thought about because I don't believe you should just say words. I think you should just make sure that if at all possible you have integrity with what you believe, and also from a Christian point of view, make sure it's biblical. So I want to be clear about what I meant, because I think the phrase sin is as a result of trauma isn't biblical. So my bad. I think what I was trying to say was that, because I think this is a very complex issue. Why is there sin? Why is there suffering? Why would God allow the devil to still be around? And actually, I found some very good videos. I'll put them in the link. I'll put the links below. But I think what I was trying to say is that so we're not confused. I do think that obviously human nature is flawed, and I think that we have a propensity. There's two things. I think there's free will, so we're able to make choices. Some of those choices are good, some of those choices are not so good. We have a propensity, because of our human nature, to make choices that don't honor God. And sin is an interesting concept, because the word sin technically means missing the mark, and some people are, big on the fact that it doesn't matter how much you miss the mark by, but we're in general, when we're talking about this sort of thing, we're not talking about the things that are smaller that nobody sees. We're generally talking about big things, but and that again has implications in terms of our understanding of it. But missing the mark, doing something that we know God wouldn't want us to do, say or think, or not doing something that we know that God wants us to do. I suppose what I was saying is that, so if we take the word sin out of it, because I think that's what's caused the confusion, I do believe that there are certain negative behaviors that we engage in that can be as a consequence of us not dealing with things that have happened to us. So the phrase people say is hurt people hurt people. Now again, I'm not talking about the concept of why the devil did what he did, and that's not really what I was addressing. But I do think that in the world that we live in now, I am as interested in why somebody has done something than what they have done, as well as what they've done. So yeah, I wanted to make sure that I had some clarity, so there's no confusion about where I'm coming from. But yeah, I do honestly believe that there are certain behaviors that we engage in. You might call them self-sabotaging in some cases, or situations that hurt other people, situations that don't honor God. And I think there is a significant proportion of the why of those things as a consequence of something that we've not resolved in ourselves. But yeah, let me know what you think. Thanks for keeping me honest.